Good evening, everybody, and welcome to what is now the third of our annual 3-minute thesis competitions. And I'm sure you're going to have, as we've had in the past, an extremely enjoyable event. I want, first of all, just to thank those that have taken part in actually going to be presenting to us, and I'll no doubt do that again at the end. But I also want to thank colleagues from the public engagement team and from BGRS for putting together the training and organising the event this evening. So thanks very much to them. And also thanks to our 5 judges who are over here, about whom we'll hear more, I'm sure, in due course. But each one of them, they won't be sort of pressing buttons or swivelling chairs in the manner of some Saturday evening TV series, but they will obviously be following a very detailed list of mark scoring in order to assess our contestants in a moment. But I just wanted to say we've been doing the 3-minute thesis now for a couple of years, and it's become something that I think is particularly enjoyable, because it gives us all an opportunity to hear about PhD projects from across the range of subjects in the college. And you'll notice that we've got speakers tonight from all 5 schools. And that is something I remember when we first started a couple of years ago to talk to the PGR students about what it was they felt that the BGRS could do. They were very keen, the students I spoke to at the time, about having more opportunities to meet outside of their disciplinary cohorts. Obviously, I remember myself from being a PhD student, it's great fun, but it can also be quite difficult on occasions. And there's a tendency, if you're not careful, to get sort of into your silo. In my case, I'm a historian, so I got very obsessed with the workings of the 18th century French judicial system. And you'll be pleased to know I'm not going to talk for 3 minutes about that, even if I could remember anything from not long ago when I did my thesis. But what I do remember is that there is a tendency, if you're not careful, you get lost, you get sort of isolated in your subject. And it's really nice to have an opportunity to talk to and to listen to the works of others in totally different areas, different disciplinary backgrounds. We learn a lot. And we also hope that actually what it does is give you an opportunity later on to talk to other students and other staff from different disciplinary backgrounds, which in a sense is a really positive social element, I hope, to this evening's event. And I think there's also, I would stress all the way through, certainly my experience has been that this is great fun. But I think also the 3-minute thesis is something which is actually very valuable for all of us, whatever you decide to do subsequently with your thesis, because it's we're always being criticised as academics about living in ivory towers and being told that our research may not necessarily be the most important thing, and why is the government, or why are you spending so much time and money on this? And I think, in a sense, the ability to be able to speak to an audience in 3 minutes, what I always used to think of as the pub test, and actually get the people outside of the academic field to listen to what you're doing, and actually to understand and hopefully to grasp what you're doing is something that is very valuable in itself. And it's certainly very useful when you get into those job interview situations when somebody will say to you, tell me about your thesis. They don't want you to talk for an hour. They want you to be able to express in a few minutes, literally 2 or 3 minutes, what it's all about. So I think that in itself is very valuable. So I'm hoping that this evening, you'll enjoy very much the talks, and at the same time, as I say, get an opportunity to later on to socialise as well. And without more ado, I'm sure I've spoken for more than 3 minutes. I'll shut up and we'll get on with the serious business, which is to listen to our first speaker.